Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast. Time to hashtag everything with
Mariano
and Pauline.
Hashtag Pauliano. We talk about all the fun, crazy stories on social media, from Instagram to Facebook, Twitter to Tumblr, or probably even Friendster. Join us each week as we explore the quirky side of social media. It's the Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast.
It's simple, such a sad song. The one that we rely on to get us.
It has a fun, kind of head bob to it, doesn't it? Hi, everyone. My name is Mariano.
And I'm Pauline.
And she probably didn't know we were recording.
I did not know that we were going.
Well, I wasn't going to, but I was like, okay.
Let's just see if Pauline makes fun of herself
or
does something embarrassing and we'll just catch it.
Well, true. But I love when we do the little, dun, 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 dun. So I wanted to capture that magic, you know?
Oh, I know. Our theme song. I love it.
Did you know, because I didn't, that
what?
North Korea, the country, has a Twitter account?
North Korea does.
And they
declared war on us, didn't they?
I don't know, did they? Because I saw it on Twitter and nowhere else, so I don't know how trustworthy that is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did you see? Okay, but I did see. Did you see the little picture of Obama with his foot on the desk, and he's in the Oval Office, and it was North Korea, then run up then. So I don't know, because that's actually the only thing that I saw in regards to this entire thing
run up.
last night before I went to sleep.
Come
so
at
I was
me,
bro. So I don't know what's going on with that. So hopefully it was actually pretty. I was like, oh my gosh.
I must make that a tank top immediately. No, seriously, that's funny.
Well, speaking of Obama on a tank top, at the convention, there was a picture going around Twitter, of a woman who made a dress.
What's her name, Pauline?
No.
Okay.
Of pictures of Obama and Michelle Obama. That was her dress. She put it together in little a collage of just this picture of them and wore that to the convention. So I mean, hey.
Oh, but there's a name for that though.
What?
Did you know?
No.
You're crazy.
Oh my gosh. She was just showing her support.
No, that's weird. Cool, but if somebody made a dress of my face, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Honestly, I think the only place, that's one of those dresses that can only get worn once, just to that convention and never again.
Yeah, well, there have been weirder dresses. Didn't Lady Gaga wear a meat dress one time?
Yeah.
An actual. Mm-hmm. And then I think it was Gwen Stefani, who I love, by the way, who she had a dress made out of American Express cards.
Oh, really? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think she did. I think I do remember that.
She must have a ton of debt. But it was it was cool looking actually, but the meat one I didn't get. It's meat.
I think it was to bring awareness to
meat
PETA and stuff, but I'm like, so you're wearing meat.
But you're wearing a meat dress.
Awareness to not killing animals. Gotcha. I don't know. It's probably veal.
I don't know, because PETA people are funny anyway.
But
when it's funny how they'll blow up trucks and stuff for a farm.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. They've done all kinds of just Google PETA. But it's funny because I always make the joke whenever someone, and it's only whenever someone feels the need to be like, oh, you eat animals, you murder it. I'm like, what's funny is PETA loves animals, but they murder humans because that's so much better.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I get it. By the way, our poor Harambe, rest in peace, he's been getting a lot of FaceTime on Twitter and social media too. People are still sad about him getting killed. No, really.
This is Throwback Friday.
People are still sad about him. I saw literally just last night, people were saying rest in peace, still. So, I mean,
I saw
people really do care about animals.
No, they do, and they should. Which
is fine.
I just wasn't expecting that.
I know, really, me either. I'm like, wow, people are still mourning him. In a funny way, they're just dude, they killed him.
Yeah. Well, they did kill him.
I know.
Yeah. It was
poor guy. That was one of our first few episodes when we talked about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's Throwback Friday.
Oh, how sweet. That's when we were just blooming into Poliano.
Exactly.
Now we're just fully blossomed, just beautiful. Anyways,
all that jazz.
So, speaking of like Throwback Friday or Flashback Friday, excuse me, Throwback Thursday, Flashback Friday, but something that took the social media world by storm, I think it was in 2014, was the ALS Bucket Challenge. And everybody was like challenging, like if you don't know, I'm sure you like must have heard of it, but it was like the ice bucket challenge where like you would literally dump a bucket of ice water on like a friend, and then you would challenge your other friends to do it as well. And if they didn't do it by, I guess, like a certain time, I
Yeah,
think
there was a
like,
time limit. It was like a few days.
48 hours or something. Yeah, something like that. Like they had to post a video of themselves doing it or donate to ALS. And so I know personally, like some of my friends, they just did both. Like they would still do like the bucket challenge, but still donate to the cause as well, just because, you know, just, and a lot of people, but then I also heard a lot of people saying like, oh, what does dumping a bucket of ice on like your friends do for ALS, right? Like
what does 22 push-ups do for veterans?
But you know what I mean?
The point is to get people, you know.
It's the awareness and everything.
Right.
But the funny and like really amazing thing is that the ALS Foundation from the Ice Bucket Challenge actually raised over $121 million. So it did bring a lot of awareness, and they did get receive a lot of donations, which is really cool because the year before, as far as donations were concerned, they only had $8 million. So that's like a huge jump just from the Ice Bucket Challenge.
How much did they? How much?
So, okay, so in 2000, oh shoot. So the previous year it was $8 million. And then the year that the Ice Bucket Challenge was like a huge craze, they made $121 million.
In a year?
Yes.
But I mean, after taxes and everything and the cost of living, that's dang,
But still,
$120 million?
Yeah. And that was from the Ice Bucket Challenge. So it's kind of cool to see how like social media like can really actually help like certain causes. And like I know we're doing, have you been doing your push-ups? I've been doing mine.
Yeah, I have been doing mine.
Oh yeah, me too. So even with like the 22
I even did a on chest day, like after
challenge. Exactly. So it's really cool how that can help. And it was a lot of fun. I know a lot of people had a good time challenging each other with the Ice Bucket Challenge. I personally did not do an Ice Bucket Challenge because
no one challenged me to an Ice Bucket Challenge.
I got challenged like 3 times. And I was like,
no one. Yeah, no, I would have done it too, but no one challenged me.
I just donated because I was like, I don't want to like.
I guess you can still do it, right?
Yeah.
It's not like over.
No, yeah, I guess you could.
I mean, now that we're going to war with North Korea, I guess we should save all our water.
Yikes!
But that's just weird. Like, I don't like the fact that North Korea has doesn't a country have better things to do than have a Twitter account?
Well, but then Michelle Obama has Snapchat.
Yeah, but she's not the president.
True.
You know,
low-key she
and not even.
I'm just kidding.
I know. No, but the thing is too, and even so, that's one person. Like,
but they have like a team.
What's the guy's name? Kim Jong
Il.
Huh?
Un.
Kim Jong Un. Like,
I should probably know this. I'm Korean.
Oh, that's right. Breaking ranks over here.
Well, I mean, I'm South Korean, so you know.
Oh, you're from the other hood.
Yeah.
Me
Good side.
But
Good side.
It's like if he had a Twitter, that's one thing. But North Korea had who runs the North Korea Twitter? Like I imagine
they would probably have a department, like probably the department that like.
Are you sure it's not just some American that's making fun of them?
That just not even like an official.
Yeah,
one?
that's why when I saw some people are so quick to believe like the North Korea's Twitter was posting these things, and people were like retweeting and commenting like.
Oh yeah, does it have a blue check mark? See, no check, then. Not official.
Yeah, but you know who else has blue check marks? Like it's really
Dude,
not that.
Yeah, how do people get a blue check mark? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do you buy it? Who verifies you? Like
Twitter,
who decides you're cool enough?
Twitter verifies you. They I think you can. I don't know if you have to, but
like, do you have to get like a petition and be like, I am.
You can
cool
message
enough.
them, and like they'll verify it.
Like, please verify me.
Give me that little blue check.
Give me that blue check. Like,
but
I only have like 400 followers. They're gonna be like, no.
I don't even have probably 40 followers, but I'm never on my Twitter. That's bad.
I love Twitter just to go on there and like laugh at people. Like laugh at some of the things people post.
To judge people. I know.
Like, because like people, like the people that I follow are like hilarious. So like they just crack jokes on everything.
The Arthur memes are funny.
Okay, yes. So Arthur is now a meme. He's my childhood.
What are
like,
they? Do
cartoon.
you know?
So, I think Arthur's a mouse.
Is that what it is?
I think he's a mouse or a hamster, maybe.
He kind of looks like a hamster.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't have a tail, right? He doesn't have a long tail. So
and hamsters wear glasses too. So I'm kidding.
So that so Arthur has become a meme. First, it started out with his fist, where it was just like his fist, like a
Oh, I
picture
see,
of the
like
fist.
a scrunched up fist.
Yeah, and it was like, and people were posting things like when your mom calls you downstairs to do the dishes, and then like fist, and then like because like that's
No.
how you feel, you know, and things like that. And so, but then it kind of like went off, and like people are having different pictures of Arthur and stuff. But one of the things that's kind of like creeping me out a little bit, it's making me uncomfortable, is some of like the more inappropriate memes of Arthur, but it's like between him and his sister.
DW.
And
yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's his sister. Like, why are you guys talking about this kind of stuff with his sister? Like,
but
that's
some
just,
people are funny though.
like,
I saw one with DW. She has her arms crossed and she has the like the angry look.
Right,
you know?
right.
And it's like, it was like when, you know, quote unquote, Pizza Hut calls you at 3 a.m. and your girlfriend is just waiting for you to lie to her.
oh, see, there are some good ones.
That one was funny.
There are some pretty good ones, but I mean, so Arthur's getting a resurgence. You know, it is, I guess, Flashback Friday today. Everything's
I'm
just
telling
coming
you.
back up.
Yeah.
All the old school stuff is coming back. That's what they always say. My mom always says that.
What?
Oh, your guys' new stuff. We were doing that back in my day.
And then you're like, you're drunk, Mom.
I'm like, no. Oh, man.
We'll jump into that more when we get back from this commercial break.
Bye.
Want to find out what movies to go see? Then check out the GSMC Movie Podcast. It's your ticket to the latest movies, whether it's a new blockbuster event, romantic, comedy, or action flick. This show has got it all covered. They talk some what to go see now. Don't bother. What's hot on Netflix and everything in between. That's gsmcpodcast.com/movie-podcast. When it's all about the movies, it has to be this new show. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit gsmcpodcast.com for more info.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for listening to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. I'm Mariano,
And I'm Pauline.
and we are hashtag Pollyanno,
Poliano.
which we didn't say in the beginning, so let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
But Drake responded. Well, actually, I don't know if you can call this a response. It's an interesting thing because I remember when the Joe Budden diss track came out for Drake. Mm-hmm. Everyone, well, not everyone. Some people were like, "What is he so amped up about?" You know.
Right.
Because do you remember the story was Joe Budden reviewed Views from the Six, Drake's latest album, on Joe Budden's podcast, and he was critiquing it, and it was a little harsh, but I don't think it was anything like unfair. Mm-hmm. And you know, he all of a sudden makes a diss track, you know, talking about Drake, saying, all of a sudden you're sensitive and all these things, you know.
Right.
And a lot of people were like, "What are you talking about?" You know, he didn't like it, but he didn't say too much about it. But the reason was because of this. You know, this diss that just came out from Drake, because this verse was written before Joe Budden's was.
Oh,
so
okay.
we hadn't heard it, but Joe Budden heard it, and that's why he was responding to something that we hadn't heard yet. So, like, if this had come out chronologically the way it was, I don't know about supposed to, but the way it, you know,
yeah.
then it would have made more sense. So it came out. It was actually on French Montana's latest album, and it was
I like
a song.
French Montana.
I kind of like French Montana, and it was
I
called.
like his voice.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I like Mark. Well, we'll get into that. But No Shopping featuring Drake, and that was the one where he disses Joe Budden, and it's like okay, but I've heard a lot better diss tracks from a lot of people, including Drake. And I was even looking up some reviews on the diss track, and people were like, "Yeah, I mean, it was all right." Like if I had to kind of rate it, you just heard it.
Yeah.
Didn't I play for you the Joe Budden track?
You did.
Maybe
I heard part of it.
Maybe I'll play it for you again, but I think Joe Budden's was better
Well,
and longer. Like it
Yeah.
was, you know.
but if this was supposed to come out before the Joe Budden diss track.
No, Joe Budden heard this one
Oh,
and then
okay.
responded.
Okay, got it.
We just hadn't had it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So Joe Budden was responding to this verse actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So, well, I mean, Drake, I think, he's probably gonna drop something else tonight. Like, you know how he likes to do stuff like double tap.
Does he though? I don't know. I mean, again, I'm gonna have to stick to what we were talking about the last time, which was like Drake. He is good with diss tracks and everything, but Joe Budden is one of those kind of tried true lyricists. Like he may not be. I agree with what someone said that the reason why Drake is so much bigger than Joe Budden is because he's a better like songwriter. He's a better musician, and his music, it's his songs are hits, and like people, they're catchy, and the radio plays them.
Yeah.
But like bar for bar, though, if you listen to Joe Budden's albums, considering at the end of the day these are rappers, Joe Budden can rap. You know? So I don't think like a lot of people have that kind of perception of like, oh, Drake's about to eat yet another rapper. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think Joe Budden's actually. I don't think he's exactly like Lunch. He's
right.
You know what I mean? He's got his own little piece of legacy. He's a serious rapper, backed by other serious rappers. I don't expect it to be like a slaughter on either side.
Right.
But I wonder how far this is going to go. Because I have a weird feeling, and I don't know why. I don't think Drake's going to pursue it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to continue.
Yeah. Probably not.
And if he doesn't, Joe Budden won't either,
Mm-hmm.
Because
he's going to like quietly die down.
Well, but also Joe Budden, if you've ever watched interviews or things of him, because I've liked him for, I don't know how many years now, but he seems to be somewhat sensible. Like he's one of those people that are like, all right, well, if you don't mess with me, I won't mess with you.
Yeah.
But he heard this verse. That's why he responded.
Okay.
So like we hadn't got it, but he got it.
So that's kind of like what started it.
Right. And he put out 2 diss tracks. And they were long. He has content. He raps. Drake put out a verse, and it was like an okay verse. Back to Back was killer. Charged Up was killer.
Back to Back.
Those were really good diss tracks from Drake, but this one was kind of okay.
Right.
In my opinion, anyway.
It didn't do it for you.
It did. It wasn't that great. I mean, you heard it. Like, you've heard better Drake.
Yeah, I have. I'm like, whatever when it comes to Drake. I mean, I like him. I didn't listen to the entire Views album. I just listened to like 4 songs.
But that's because Views, in my opinion, wasn't his best album. That's what Joe Budden was saying. Like, when he originally critiqued it, it wasn't anything unfair. It wasn't like this is garbage.
Right.
He was saying
this is not the best Drake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the best Drake is the what was that album? Nothing Was the Same. Ooh, the one before All Summer 16.
Yeah.
That was my favorite, and I still listen to that album like cover to cover all the time. Just the other day, I think too.
Right.
But the other albums are like all right.
Right. Well, speaking of rappers getting kind of like not made fun of, but just saying funny and silly things with rappers. So recently earlier this week, Beyonce on her like website posted pictures of like her family vacation that they're on right now. And she had posted some really cute ones like on Instagram and stuff of her and Blue Ivy like matching and things like that, looking really cute. And but there's a picture where it's so it's a picture of Beyonce, but Jay-Z, you can see his reflection in the mirror that's like behind her. And he's snapping the photo of Beyonce, but the way he's kind of like leaning, he's standing sideways and he's kind of like leaning back taking the picture. So it looks like it's almost as if he's trying to get the picture of himself and not really worried about Beyonce. So Twitter and Instagram like went crazy of this picture. Like people were like photoshopping it to make it look like he had like a girl's body and like was like leaning back, like looking back at it and stuff. And so it was like funny because I don't know what it is about Jay-Z, but like a lot of pictures where he's like snapped, like it's just like I don't know if they're considered off guard pictures or whatever. I don't know if he saw himself in the reflection or not, but he always looks so silly. Like they always have pictures of him and he just looks so awkward.
Well, again,
all the time he's so awk. Like
this totes awk. This reminds me of when we were talking about Tyga getting caught, right?
Yeah,
and it was it was just funny to me because I was like, well, no one ever said that rappers were excellent, like photo.
Right. True.
And no one ever said Tyga was that smart when it came to, or at least not that discreet, like that clever. Let's go with clever.
Right.
But.
And it's like, because in the picture, Beyonce looks, of course, like flawless. But then it's like, Jay-Z, like, what are you doing? So people, honestly, like when I look at the photo, I can't even see Beyonce because I'm like just staring at Jay-Z in the reflection.
You know what I love about Jay-Z?
The mirror.
What I love about Jay-Z in any picture that I've seen lately, and I get it, he's older,
Right, yeah, he is pretty old.
He has like the skinniest little bird legs. Have you?
Oh my gosh, yes, his and his like little knock knees almost. Yeah. And I think that's what makes it greater because it's like, it's Jay-Z and like, we look at him in one light and then we see like his family pictures. And
no, it's
like,
fine. I mean,
he's such an old dad. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's a typical old dad. Like there's another picture where him and Blue Ivy are like on the patio playing with like bubbles, and like his face, he just looks so confused, and I'm like, it's just bubbles, dude. Like he just looks. It's
Well,
like
I mean,
people
can you imagine
snap him looking so awkward and ridiculous.
Well, this is probably mean, but like, can you imagine? You know how like in those movies where the old man is telling stories about back in his day. Can you imagine he was like, "What is this? Back in my days in Brooklyn, there were no."
No bubbles.
Yeah, there were no bubbles when I was rapping with Big L.
So it is pretty funny because I'm just like, Jay-Z, he's such a dad. Like, even though it's like Jay-Z, he's such a dad.
But that doesn't bother me. Like the skinny bird leg thing. I mean, he's older. I get it. He doesn't need to. I mean, Dr. Dre got huge, but the West Coast won. So yeah, Jay-Z though, he's earned the right to look however he wants, in my opinion. Not shit on his wife.
Definitely.
That's a different thing. But
I know. And it's just like Beyonce, she looks like so cute, and then she just has this old twiggy man behind her, and I'm just like, I brag different. Like,
but at the same time, like this old twiggy man named Jay-Z, who happens to be a not even a rap, like just an American legend at this point.
No, yeah, and that's what's so funny when you see these family pictures, because like his like public persona is like kind of like hard and like all about that lifestyle, and then he's
about that
confused about bubbles.
When was the last time you heard that? About that life.
About that life. Ooh, I haven't heard that in a while.
Exactly.
Thank the Lord. I ain't about that life. But yeah, so Jay-Z's been taking Twitter by storm this last couple weeks, just with all these goofy pictures of him just doing dad, just being a dad, just doing, I don't know. Blue's just like, this is just my dad.
Yeah,
he's
little
funny.
legs.
He's so cool.
But he's Jay-Z. I'd like Jay-Z to be my dad.
Dude, can you imagine?
No.
Like,
I wish I could.
She's just chilling, like going around the world flying, doesn't even realize like this is not typical lifestyle. Like,
well, not even the money. Just I would like Jay-Z to be my dad. That'd be cool. Yeah. I'd be like Ice Cube. I would love for Ice Cube to be my dad.
Really?
Yeah. Like money aside. Imagine being raised by Ice Cube. In a good way.
Man, I feel like, oh shit.
Not Kanye. I feel bad for the kids, but
man.
But we'll get into that.
We'll get back to it. We got to cut to a break.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Sometimes I do this like on other days when I'm not here.
Yeah, like it'll play in my head.
But I mean the song, because I like when we do that. For some weird reason, it's like oddly pleasing to me that when we just sit here and like hum the little song. I should get checked out.
Mariana's so silly. He's got problems, people.
That's extremely accurate, probably. Welcome back.
Well, yes, welcome back. And because before the break, we were touching on a little bit of Kanye West.
Do it one more time.
What?
Man,
I feel like, oh shit. Well, okay. Well, that song, I was playing that song on the way to work. So like, it's just in my head.
Yeah,
like,
we know.
So he, of course, whether, you may have forgotten that he did have a son with Kim Kardashian, but
to be honest, I did forget.
Because, okay, so unlike Northwest, they've like had Saint like under wraps lately, right? And so they haven't, because like when North came out, they had the Vogue photo shoot when she was like a little cute, chubby little baby. And then like they always have like just like random things with Northwest, right? So this past week, Kim and all of that on her family and stuff, there was a picture that was circulating around on like Twitter and Instagram of baby Saint West finally in his like little stroller, and then there's another picture where his grandma Chris is holding him, and he's so cute. Like he has kind of like a little big forehead, but I mean like it's cute.
What's a baby?
Yeah, and he's like a little cutie. I'm not gonna lie, like their kids are pretty cute.
They're babies.
Yeah, but they're cute.
They're not cute yet. They're babies.
But he is cute. Like he has like little pretty little cute little eyes. So cute.
Have you ever seen an ugly baby?
No, that's rude. Don't talk about people's babies.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying, have you ever seen an ugly baby? So they're all cute is what I'm
well,
getting.
some babies, I mean, as long as you grow out of it doesn't really matter. Some people, when you
that's a
first
yes.
come out, everybody looks ugly. Like you look like a little smushed up.
Well,
like,
yeah, you're
mashed
weird.
potato,
Yeah, I know. You're like a
baked
human,
potato.
only smaller.
Yeah.
It's it's like mashed potato's kind of accurate, actually.
Like right, like your
Yeah.
face is kind of like.
Yeah, you're right. And then they come out like a weird color too, like
No, yeah.
red or yellow.
I looked like a
purple.
little Asian baby with straight hair when I first came out.
Oh yeah.
And then look at me now. Complete opposite now.
Started from the bottom.
Like my first, like, because you know how like you take that 24-hour picture? Like
Oh.
right when you're like first born, they're
Uh-huh.
like your very first picture. I look like an Asian kid. I love it.
Well, when
I wish I still looked more like that.
I don't know, because when I came from Krypton, I was already like 2 years old.
Oh, of course.
Exactly.
So he's been getting some little bit of FaceTime. And of course, Northwest, she's still very cute. And they're going to be actually on Harper's Bazaar, Kimberly and Kanye. They're going to be on the cover for, I believe, their September issue. So they just posted about that on social media. So I wonder, I don't know if they're going to have Saint in that spread as well. I'm not quite sure because, I mean, it'd be kind of cute if they did. Their
Like a
babies are
family
cute.
picture?
Yeah.
Maybe around Christmas time they'll put out like a family picture.
Oh, like how they always do those like little photo cards?
Uh-huh.
Okay, when I'm old and stuff and I have a family, I'm going to do that. Like, I'm going to have those cute little family portraits for Christmas cards, and I'm going to send them to everybody, and you're going to like it.
Oh, I'm gonna get one. Mm-hmm. Do I have to respond to it?
No.
Okay.
Just as long as you like look at the picture and like, wow, Keith's family's so cute. That's basically what it is. It's like bragging when people send like those Christmas cards.
Well, I mean,
like,
I'm not against bragging either, but I'm not against like the Christmas card thing. I just don't think I have the patience to get it done. Like, 'cause that means you have to find somebody to take the pictures and like coordinate the outfits and find one of those homes with like a big old fireplace. And I don't really feel like
I know, with the big fireplace.
I don't really feel like doing any of those things.
Then maybe your wife will do it.
Yeah, if my wife wants to do it, then I'll do it for sure. But I don't think that I'll have the drive. I'd rather just kind of do Christmas. Like I don't really care about pictures. You know, I'd rather just text you like, "Hey, what up? Merry Christmas."
Hey, what up? Merry Christmas with a little present emoji.
Exactly.
Little presents. Everybody has emojis. Hey, so Team USA men's basketball, they also have emojis that you can use. So if you want to like send a James Harden, you want to send Carmelo Anthony's face, you can
I'm gonna
do that.
send James Harden to someone next time I don't see any defense.
I'm like, oh.
Oof. Hey, that's true. That's totally true.
So, and speaking of the NBA, okay, I like what the NBA is trying to do with integrating more of social media with just basketball in general. And they're trying to, like as an organization, do more with social media because they realize, which is really true, a lot of people tweet, Facebook, and like comment on games while it's happening on social media.
Especially tweet. We were talking about that. Players need to stay off of Twitter.
Oh.
Stay off of Twitter. You only get in trouble. Stay away from Twitter.
So, and especially like fans, like during games, like we interact with each other. Like that's when I use Twitter the most is when I'm watching basketball because I'm either tweeting about plays that are happening or I'm seeing what other people are saying about them. And so it's really cool because this upcoming season, the NBA, what they have done, they've partnered with Twitter. So also with Twitter, Periscope, and Vine, I believe as well. They are going to have they're going to have exclusive shows on Twitter where streaming on Twitter with like post game, pre game, and in game shows where it's just exclusively for Twitter. So that's going to be really cool because they've realized like a lot of us, that's how we get content. Our up to date. Right. Yeah. And we interact because like unless you're watching it with like a group of your friends at home, and even when you are, you still tweet about it.
Can you imagine how much awesome can you physically squeeze into like 8 seconds? Like what if it was like an 8-second video of Blake Griffin just dunking all over somebody, or Kyrie Irving just,
Right.
breaking ankles left and right. Because he's insane with the dribble. Remember Game 7?
Yes. I love basketball.
I don't know if I told you, but I was telling someone. I was like, Kyrie will be the next Kobe.
Hey.
I've been saying it.
So
I want that on record. I've been saying this for like a year already.
And so it's pretty cool because they're going to do that. They've been already streaming like the exhibition games for Team USA
And
Team USA for men's and women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
They've been streaming live like full games on Facebook. So they're doing a lot trying to integrate the organization as well as through social media. So it's kind of cool because hopefully through Twitter and maybe Facebook as well, while we're at work, we can still watch the games. That's the most that I'm excited about. Is
YouTube
still
is always
being
behind.
able to see the games and not having to wait, or just because like sometimes when I'm at work, I'll follow like the live game tracker like online where it gives you the play-by-play.
Yep, I have that too.
Yeah, but then it's like I want to watch the game. Like I don't want to say Blake Griffin 2 points.
fact,
Like I want to see like that. Like I want to see it.
Do you remember the love interest I was telling you about? Mm-hmm. When the Cavs won, I immediately took a picture of the scores and I sent it to her, and I was like, "What up?" with the shades guy emoji.
Oh yeah.
And I was so excited. I would keep up on the scores I would look every like 10 seconds, even though scores wouldn't really change that.
Yeah. Because you have to wait.
And I would
so
refresh
it's
my
more,
phone and everything.
Yeah. So it's kind of exciting because we're going to get more real-time live action content. And so that's going to be really cool. And I think it is really smart. NBA has, as far as like a sports organization, has the most followers. So more than like the MLS.
More than FIFA?
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, they have so many. And so it's really smart of them to start using their platform as far as like their following on social media and things like that. So it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think a lot of other organizations, once they see the success of this, are going to follow suit. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's going to be really cool because, hey, maybe, like soccer and other sports will start doing this. I don't know what the Olympics is going to do as far as for Team USA with all the other Olympians that are going to be competing for us. I'm not sure what the Olympics as an organization is going to do, but I think that would be really cool too.
I don't know. Let me check my other Twitter. It's North Korea.
Because I think, especially with the Olympics, because you know how like the times of events and races and things are always, I feel like at like 3:00 in the morning and things like that. And like, I'm not going to watch TV at 3:00 in the morning unless it's something that I really, really want to see.
I do, but I'm quite possibly an insomniac.
So it'll be kind of cool to have it just like on your phone and things like that. So I think this is going to be the start of more of a crossover between athletics and social media. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if some big college teams started doing it, like especially when it comes to football season after this kind of like test with it. Because there's a lot of major like football teams that have a really huge following as well that I can think of off the top of my head right now that I know
like Texas teams or Notre Dame.
Yep, yeah. Ohio State, like all those guys would love to have something like this. And so, and I know that like athletic departments have full on like specialized departments just for social media. So I think it'll be a really cool thing for athletics once.
Even countries have, that's insane to me. Why does North Korea have a Twitter?
I don't know.
Like I can't get over that.
It might not be the official one though, like you said.
Yeah, but like you don't have people to feed and things to do,
Oh man.
like scientific experiments to conduct.
Wow. So
like even animals to rescue. Like
so it's gonna be cool, and I'm just like really. I personally am like really excited because there's a lot of times, and I hate. Look, I mean, I record games, but then it's like I don't get to watch it till late, and I feel like I'm behind, and it's old news. So it's gonna be cool to be able to stream these things on my phone.
Yeah, I was even considering this year. I think I'm gonna buy the league pass.
Yeah,
for the Cavs, and that way I can just have them all on my phone.
And just having it all, and so hey, I mean, business wise, it's gonna be great for the NBA.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really cool, and so
they should get like an exclusive, Poliano thing going. Exactly.
Hey,
so we can just create dumb followers for the both of us.
That'd be pretty cool.
And the NBA. How sick would it be to be like, Kyrie, how did it feel to physically break the first person in the NBA's actual ankles?
That's the goal,
right?
So hopefully it'll happen. We'll see what's up. But is this the end of our episode?
Yeah.
Are we ending on basketball? What a great way to end the day.
I know.
On a high note. Just basketball. There's actually going to be an exhibition game today.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You don't want none?
Yikes.
Let's play.
Nope. Mm-mm. That's going to be our show. We're going to cut it right there.
You guys heard her back down though, right?
Hi.
She didn't want none. Thanks for listening, guys. You can find us at gsmcpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play,
Stitcher. I found out about that.
I told you. I think I said that already.
You probably did. Stitcher. And you can, of course, tweet at us at GSMC_SMedia. Smedia. And yeah, so it's been fun. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Pauline.
I'm Mariano.
Bye.